So up next we have
You can do 2 loops of that.
Yeah.
BluePikachu versus DreamCaster.
Ooh. That's
I think we just saw this match in Lethal League, did we not?
I can't remember.
I think that was the beginning of.
That was an hour ago. I don't remember that far
Yeah,
back.
that was the round 1 in Lethal League was each other. The round 1 in Cross Tag will also be each other. So let's see. In Lethal League, BluePikachu took it pretty handily 2-0, but you know it's a race to 3 in this game. Let's see if DreamCaster has anything to say about it.
Between these two, I would say that Blue definitely has the upper hand in this. DreamCaster has in some situations iffy play, not necessarily the correct decisions that need to be made. Blue has also suffered from the same like faults in some situations, but his play does, like, when it does come out, it can come out very well. It comes out strong, and he also is just coming from the win from Lethal League, so that definitely will help his confidence and it'll have some momentum under him.
Okay. I was about to pop off. I thought they swapped sides whenever they chose versus. I think they had to do. Wow, what is BluePikachu's team doing on the setup straight up? Is this his week?
I think he did that. I think he's done that for a while. He just had it.
All right, folks. Game 1 of DreamCaster versus BluePikachu coming up, and I think I would have to agree. I don't really know how much time either of these players have spent in the lab or playing other people, but well, Blue plays a pretty unorthodox team. I think he comes in with at least a little bit of tech, at least a little bit of, oh, this is how I am going to try to play this team out. Well, DreamCaster, I think, has usually just played a pretty straightforward Yang, a pretty straightforward Gordeau. Not much grime, not much craziness in how he approaches the neutral. But this is a new week, so let's see if he's got some new stuff to bring to the table. Oh no.
Yep, that is what I mean. DPing a neutral with no protection is never a good idea.
And even outside of neutral, right? It seemed like he was going for that DP as the end of his combo, right? And that's just a pretty weak ender. It doesn't help Yang get much more. At least in that scenario. She could do a DP extension, but that was definitely not the setup for it. 6 extensions from both players. So not really netting much damage on either part, but a little bit of awareness of how their team works. So that's cool.
Yeah, so Blue is doing these same loops of like hit, lows into the 5C.
A good punish on DreamCaster, finishing out his A auto combo there. Burst punish.
Probably the
Meaty.
Meaties and assist pickup, and that's a dead character.
Super.
And that's super.
Well, BluePikachu playing like far in DreamCaster's head. Yeah, I'd specifically like to see a little bit more team-specific stuff from DreamCaster, even just character-specific stuff. It seems like he's got a basic string of like, I finish an auto combo, I call my assist, and then I special again or something. Versus, you know, the cooler extensions that some of the more experienced players here usually bring out. And I think that loses him a lot. He's losing a lot of damage for it. He's losing a lot of position for it. And while it's that assist extension from BluePikachu didn't quite net him much more damage, but it got him from the corner back to mid screen.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Jubei's oh, happy birthday.
A auto combo.
Why would you do that?
I wonder if Dreamcaster plays a lot online. 'Cause I could definitely see the idea of, you know, I finish an unsafe thing, let me DP here. Kind of coming out. Gordeau falls out, but
Oh boy.
he falls back into the loving arms of Jubei, spurging out with a hitbox.
Yeah, he just rushes in to grab, and Blue just immediately answering with the super.
Ooh, we have Dark Yang things though, getting counter hit. E.
And they both turn their back to the camera.
So, what do you have to say for this, JT?
I mean, it's exactly what I was thinking was going to happen. Dreamcaster just throwing out some stuff that really shouldn't at any time, and getting punished for it. And Pikachu, knowing this team, it's not necessarily like a high ranked team or have a lot of like excess. But the thing is, he knows it, and he works with it really well. And that is definitely showing within this matchup.
Yeah, I'd hate for my commentary to turn more into this, but I'd really like to see like, more character, at least more character, or more almost a good super punish on the burst. But and even though Dreamcast is really ahead this game, I think it's really worth going on and on about just the lack of character specific things. A little bit.
That was a happy birthday, and that's going to be a dead Jubei.
Okay. Oh, you know, just as I say no character specific things.
Okay,
that was,
but he still went and finished the auto combo for Gordeau. And like on one hand, okay, yeah, you're going to kill anyway. But on the other hand, just keep going with the, just go back into the Grim Reaper, set it up, do a little more. Don't just finish your auto combo. White Nail isn't a good move. You can't just do it you can't just do it whenever like you can in Under Night.
But at the same time, it's the idea that if Dreamcaster doesn't have that much more, doesn't have that much character knowledge to work with, sometimes you just have to cash out, right? And he cashed out there. He got that game, and now he's starting to turn up the heat. And now we have to, look back on the BluePikachu side of things, and his characters don't have the most range. And I think the thing that really brings both of these characters into the limelight ever so often in competitive play, or those cool online, you'll never believe what this Jubei player just did, or the cool. That's impressive. Are the character specific things. That's the character specific grind.
Yeah.
These characters don't have enough range to just play this natural footsies
Which on
game
one
with
hand,
others.
like that's what Dreamcaster really needs to do. He really needs to flex that Gordeau and has that range where he needs Dreamcaster needs to make Linne and Jubei play against the huge neutral and not just DP randomly.
Yeah, and on the other hand, BluePikachu's gotta, if he's not already in their face at round start, he's gotta find more and more ways to get in on Dreamcaster. And we can't just specific or not. I think most people can understand that Gordeau has a big side. Yang's B is a pretty crazy button. Runs
don't run in.
The second part. Oh no. That's a.
He could have thrown out his fireball, but no.
Jump JC, I like it. Bees.
Yada. And I burn. But we got
CRM. Alright, and suddenly this could be a very even game. We got we have one Residence Level 1 and one Residence Level 2 that's about to.
That is not safe.
No,
And that was a DP.
That is no punish on the unsafe stuff. Goes for it again. BluePikachu.
Grab. Immediate.
No. Not quite immediate.
But that's going to be enough.
Ah, what a
Uh,
what a turnaround for Dreamcaster.
Yeah.
Just turned it up a bit more. He said, you
Turn it
know
up a
what?
bit more, maybe went a little crazier. Just if anything, he just like if his foot was like maybe like halfway on the break in the first two matches, he just pushed it just a little more to like 3/4, not all the way, just like 3/4. He didn't do anything crazy. He didn't necessarily change his gameplay. He just kind of added a little more pressure to everything he did, and that changed it.